Uh, Basically, for those who are, are on the call yesterday, you've met me, so I won't spend time on this. You can look at this slide later to know who is speaking to you, my background and all that. Let's go on. All right, the outline for today in terms of developing leadership competence. The outline will be that I will show you in any organization, there are what we call success levers. And you will see the most important success levers or critical success factors, as we call it, in other clients. Okay, I will show you that. Then I will help you to understand leadership. Then we will go into exploring leadership paradigms, trends, and taxonomies or classifications. Then we will drill a little bit into what we call the power, authority, and influence even model. Then we will look at how you can develop self-leadership, upping further on what John Maxwell said. I think when we get there to self-leadership, I will replay the John Maxwell video for those who did not even join that session early. And so I'll replay that. Then we will look at also how you can lead others. How you can lead others. Then furthermore, I will consider organization and national leadership. Why? You might be just starting your career today, but what we are building even via these modules is to build organizational leaders that will take even the center stage nationally. That's what we are building. And so we want to prepare you early. Then we will also explore leadership types and also leadership styles. Then we will look at that aspect of situational leadership as one of the theories that that you must master. And if there is time, I will give you some bonus, about strategic mapping leadership in V.U.C.A times and also future charge. I hope we'll be able to do that. We have a lot on our hands, so let's go. We'll do it together. I appreciate you. So, at the end of this training, you should be able to understand leadership. You should be able to differentiate between leaders and managers. You should be able to appreciate the three expressions of leadership in terms of self-leadership, others leadership, and organizational leadership. Then you should be able to identify your own leadership style and also how you can borrow other people's leadership style if the situation so requires. And you should be able to understand how to best lead during volatile, unpredicted and unstable times, complex times, and also ambiguous times. You will look at this. And you should be able to identify your own leadership personality, your leadership style, as well as how to appropriately put them to use based on the situation or circumstance in which you see yourself. And so we'll look at that. So let's go together. All right, I will do this icebreaker now. Go to the chat box. Please write down what you think are 10 critical success factors for any organization. I like involvement. I like engagement. So let everyone in this class go on their chat box and write for me critical success factor for any organization. Write up to 10 if you can. If it is not up to 10, it's all well and good. But please, everyone on the chat box, write for me what you think are critical factors, 10 critical factors for organizational success. Let's go. Let's do it now. Let's do it. Amina, Shei, Chine. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, we welcome Mahmoud to class today. Welcome, welcome. He's just entering. Okay, welcome Tosin also. So you are right, on time with this assignment. Tosin, Mahmoud, join us. Go on the chat box. Yetunde, do you want to speak and do you want to tell us if any critical factor you remember that for any organization? Yetunde, please speak to us. Your mic is already open. Yetunde, speak to us. Others are already listening. Adam said competitive strategy. Very well, very well. He gave an example of Pepsi, Coke, and Coca-Cola. Very good, very good. Others who have not written anything, go in the chat box and write it. We've received one from Adams. Competitive strategy, very critical. Let us go on chat box. Welcome, Femi Owokade, welcome. Go on the chat box, write down for me 10 success factors for the organization. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay, amazing, okay. All right, let's go in the chat box. Someone said leadership. Yes, that's Oluwase Ikumashe. Good. Yes, how you treat a customer. Amazing. That's customer service. I like that. Someone says principle of engagement. I love that. How you engage. Yesterday we learned about negotiation. So principle of negotiation and engagement is critical. Thank you. Someone said, Amina, you said planning. Franklin, you said principle of engagement. I love that. Chineye Ali, you said risk management. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So all success will not be cleared away by risk. I love that. Okay, and Salima, you said quality service. Amazing. I love this. I love this. Yes, teamwork. Ali Mahmoud. I love this. So we've received teamwork, quality service, risk management, planning, principle of engagement, leadership. Oh, I love these contributions. We've received customer service. We received even completed strategy. This is amazing. Please list those things down in your notes because even they are useful contributions. Don't forget, I said in my class, you are not only learning from the facilitator, you are learning also from the collegiate cerebral capacity of this entire class. And so we are leveraging learning in this class. I love that. Okay, so welcome to every newcomer in this class. Go on the chat box and write for us any 10 critical success factor you know is essential for organizational success. Go on the chat box and do that. We have listed competitive strategy, leadership. We have listed customer service. We have listed principle of engagement, which is also about negotiation skill. We have listed planning. We have listed risk management. We have listed quality service. We have listed teamwork. Amazing. We have listed staff orientation. Amazing. Mahmoud Sama, I love that. Staff orientation. Okay, your induction, your onboarding, your engagement. Staff engagement is critical. I love that. Effective communication. Amina, that's amazing. Increased customer service. Onyekachi, I love that. Sustainability. Chineye, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Onyekachi said quality service again. Yes, and increased customer feedback. Feedback is critical. We learned yesterday that in any effective communication, which is critical to negotiation, you must have feedback. So when you have increased feedback, you can improve your system internally. Amazing. And also Salman says high quality of menu. That is, when you give options, when you give alternatives, you have bought into the psychology of those you are leading by giving them option. They don't feel coerced, and so they feel a sense of ownership. I love this. High quality of menu items, options that are of high quality. Lovely. So let's go. Let me show you some of the 10 things based on research, even that we are ranked the 10 most important factors for organizational success. The 10 most important factors identified by researchers. This is based on research. Number one, strategy. And we know that one of us mentioned competitive strategy. Everything that has to do with business strategy is here. Number two, people. Please, it's not in order of importance. I'm just listing it. Number two, people. Number three, leadership. Number four, structure and systems. Number five, business processes. Number six, non-HR items like your technology, your information communication technology, like finance, like your infrastructures. Okay, that is non-HR items. Then culture was also indicted as one critical, fundamental, factor for organization performance and success. Then organizational learning. Organizational learning was also picked as a critical success factor. Then value creation and innovation. If you want to beat the competition into the future, you must be an innovative organization. Please, as it applies to organization, it applies to you as an individual. Don't forget, I am teaching you developing leadership competence. So if it applies to an organization as a personality, it applies also to you as an individual. And then the 10th thing listed, even among the top 10 critical success factors for organization, the 10th thing listed is your growth models. Is it scalable? Is it progressive? Or is it static? Again, your growth models. Are your growth models scalable? Are they progressive? Or are they static? Growth models, productivity models must be scalable, must be progressive, okay, and never static if you want even it to be a critical factor for your performance and success in life. So, but out of all of this, I was the one that now shaded and colored these 5 areas, but you may shade much more than 5. I said out of all of this, there is one common thread, one common factor, and that is leadership. Leadership determines strategy. Leadership determines the quality of people that is attracted or quality of people that is repelled for your organization. Leadership determines even that. Leadership determines the structures and the system even built in the organization, even to leverage the organization to the future. Leadership determines the business processes, what goes, how it goes. Even leadership determines the amount of investment we put into non-HR items, like your technology, how vast and how open-minded and how broad world view the leaders of an organization have will determine even whether they plug into some technologies and leverage on it. Leadership determines the culture also. All right, so the culture is what I term as the climate of an enterprise. The culture, if you did geography, climate is the atmospheric condition of a place on an average of about 30 to 35 years. So I'm saying the long-term atmospheric condition of your environment in the workplace as you enter there is your culture. And those who determine the culture are the leaders in the organization. What you write in your employee handbook is not your real culture. Your real culture is what people feel when they come and encounter even anyone in your organization. When they enter your gate, when they enter your reception, what do they feel? How do you treat customers? How do you treat stakeholders? How do you treat suppliers? That is your culture. Your culture is the average atmospheric condition, your climate in the environment. Is it toxic? Is it friendly? Is it inviting? Is it obnoxious? Is it threatening? That's your culture. Your culture is what people feel, what employees feel, what suppliers feel, what the stakeholders feel. How do you treat people? That's your culture, both tangible and intangible. What they see, what they don't see, but what they feel. This is critical. So who determines this? The highest locus of influence of culture is reposited in the leader, the team leaders, the CEO, the directors. But most importantly, the CEO will in most cases impact and influence up to minimum of 50% of what the organizational culture is. It is very important. So if you are the CEO of your life, I repeat, you must take yourself as an incorporation. I wrote a book called You Incorporated, and this was my emphasis there in how you can sell yourself as a leader and have a balance sheet that shows that you make profit at the end of your life. I call it You Incorporation. Okay, and selling skills. That's the title of the book. You Incorporation, selling skills. You can contact me later or contact even in our admin if you want the book, a copy of the book. You can get to buy. All right, but culture is critical. So if you take yourself as an enterprise, you take yourself as an incorporation, your own unique incorporation. That's what I call You Incorporation, your own unique incorporation. So if you take yourself like that, what really is what do you really pass across to people? What do people feel? What do people taste when they encounter you? That's your culture. It's informed by your belief system, your value system, which informs your actions and your behavior, your personality. That's your culture. It's important. Now, another thing, that we say is a critical success factor is organizational learning. And this also is impacted upon by the leaders in the organization. So leadership has a lot to play. What of value creation and innovation? Based on the culture, it can either empower innovation or or stifle innovation. I repeat, your culture, which is in most cases is affected or impacted by leaders. Your culture will impact also on innovation and value creation. Some cultures are adverse to innovation because if you make a mistake, you are punished or you're suspended. But innovative cultures, they don't rather punish you. They don't focus on the person, they focus on the process, just like we did in negotiation yesterday. What are the lessons to be taken from the mistake you made? How will you do it better? And so, you are not punished for mistakes. Mistakes are taken as learning processes. And so the organizations become better. So if you have an environment, a business, an organization where the culture is zero tolerance for error, you'll find that innovation, therefore, will also be stultified and be stifled because a lot of people will be afraid even to make mistakes. All right? Mistakes are not intentional errors. I must correct that. Mistakes are not intentional errors. Okay, if it's intentional, it is punishable. Okay, but if it's mistake that has been assessed that it is born out of a good initiative to make things work, that is a mistake, and that is an input into innovation that can help your system. All right, and so the leader will determine the kind of policies in place that will either stifle, stultify, even or improve and encourage innovation. So you see, leadership is so critical to all. Also, the growth models, I told you whether it is scalable, it's progressive, or it is static. Okay, who are the ones that put in place the growth models? It is still the leaders, the leadership team. So one central word as the foundation for organizational performance and success, according to me, therefore, is leadership. I surmise, I submit that leadership is central to organizational success. Indeed, one past president of United States said it this way: all the buck stops at the table of the leader. And so you must understand leadership is important. So what we are studying today, developing leadership competence, is something you must take very, very important. How you lead yourself will determine where you are led to in destiny. I repeat, how you lead yourself will determine where you are led to in destiny. It determines where you end up. Self-leadership is the first thing that guarantees success of your own unique organization. So let's go on. I will go on right now to explain what John Maxwell described leadership as. He says, being a great leader is about having genuine willingness. I emphasize some words here in bold or underline, just to bring out particular things of interest for me. Being a great leader is all about having a genuine willingness and a true commitment to lead others, to achieve a common goal and vision through positive influence. It says genuine willingness, true commitment to lead others, to achieve common vision and goals through positive influence. It says no leader can ever achieve anything great or long-lasting all alone. Indeed, someone says, if you say you are a leader and there are no followers, you are on a stroll. If you say you are a leader and there are no followers even behind you, you are on a stroll. Okay, you must understand this. Okay, so the words that jump out at me from John Maxwell's own definition of leadership is, are genuine willingness. Some people say that they were forced into leadership, and that's why they don't really lead the organization to astronomical achievement of success. Because great leadership, I didn't say good leadership. I didn't say just leadership. I said great leadership. The condition precedent for great leadership is genuine willingness. And what we want to drive you even to as young talks, young professionals, just starting their career or mid-career, what we are just looking at to bring out of you is great leadership, not just leadership or good leadership. So you must have a genuine willingness to lead yourself, to lead others, and to become the best in leadership. Number two, you must have a commitment to lead. It will take your time, it will take your money, it will take your resources. You add what John Maxwell says you must not only have a commitment for intentional growth, which is development, you must make the commitment public so that others will hold you responsible. It is amazing. No leader can become a great leader without genuine willingness and commitment. The next thing is that you must be focused on a vision. Your vision is defined by scholars as even the picture of your preferred future. Again, scholars even and researchers said your vision is the picture of your preferred future. That's your vision. So a leader casts in a very clear manner the vision that others should pursue. And it is this vision that enthuses, that excites and motivates followers. This is very important. So you must have a clear vision, and you must be committed to the vision. If a leader is not committed to the vision, followers will not also be committed to vision. What you give in leadership, what you get. So great leaders are totally committed to a vision. And that is why their followers also are committed to vision. Beyond vision, they now break down the vision into small bits called goals. Leaders break down the vision into achievable, practicable, even objectives that we call goals. So, and they drive the entire enterprise towards this vision and this goal through positive influence. And I will get to a point when I will explain what is the difference between influence, power, and authority. So what leaders do is influence. John Maxwell, even in another definition, says leadership is all about influence. It's all about influence. We will get to that point when I will explain what influence is all about. I will explain what influence is all